Hello, and welcome back to Midnight Minecraft. Today, while I fail once again at this game, I think what I should do to try and progress and expand the world, I should consider the possibility of cutting down some oak wood and gathering some resources so that way I can continue expanding the alpha base. Real talk, I also desperately need to collect more wheat, so that's gonna happen on camera as well. We're having a true episode of Midnight Minecraft tonight. I'm recording this at 11:30 p.m. and I have no real plan. I know that the past 2 weeks I've done an episode like this, where it's just a chill vibes episode. Not much going on. I know that's sort of been the tone all week with the Alpha Base project making a return for the first time in nearly 100 episodes, if I think about it. Something like 70 episodes, because I was working on the Alpha Base pretty consistently from episode 1 to episode 14 or so, and then I started working on the front yard. And after the front yard, I worked on the barn for a astonishing 30 episodes. And I have since moved on to other projects. You know, oh dear. Okay, I need coarse dirt. And now I get to collect the saplings. Yay. And yeah, I know that I need to get on over to the birchwood. I don't know, I like showing this on camera. It adds a level of realism to the series that, you know, it's not all just projects. I like showing the time that goes into working on these projects. There's not a lot of Let's Plays that do that. Because, you know, it's boring, it's background stuff, it doesn't mean anything. It's just like, yeah, of course you have to put in the time to collect this stuff, but I do think there is a bit of a disconnect there. There's a lot of casual players who see something like my barn built in 1 or 2 episodes of a Let's Play series that don't necessarily realize the sheer amount of time that goes into gathering all the resources to build a project like that, or the sheer amount of time it takes to build a project like that, where for me, that took, what, 15 hours, 12 hours of time collectively designing that barn, building that barn, cutting out the building area, leveling the building area, design. I'm not even counting the episode I spent designing the floor. Like it was a massive undertaking to build that barn on the limited time and resources I have as a I guess hobby YouTuber. I do this as a hobby right now. I don't see the channel exploding anytime soon and becoming a massive hit. But I keep doing it because I find it fun, it's enjoyable, and I think I'm offering something a little different to the game. I'm offering more real world view take on the game. It's more based in reality, I suppose, because I'm taking the time to show how long I spend on all the different builds and all the different projects. It's a fairly old-fashioned series with how I spend a lot of time working through things on camera. Yeah, what else do I want to do today other than collect wood? Oh yeah, I want to use the wood to continue the pathway. That's down in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to address these vines ultimately. Okay, let's start with this. Just to get across to the other side. That took 6, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's taking you 7. Let's be very careful. I don't want to fall off by mistake. Yeah, you have 4 wood. 1, 2, 3. Go here, do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm so sorry about that, folks. The video cut out suddenly. I needed to run some updates on my computer. Yeah, speaking of real world things you don't see happen in Let's Plays. Yeah, so I caught it pretty early that this is the only stuff I did off camera. I've like tacked on that little section. I need some fences, I need some some half slabs. Okay, we can put that there. Put this here. Oh, very good. Okay. And let's go here and just quickly grab some fences. There. And then I need you. Okay. And just like that, we have a bridge. And ta-da! Here we are. A finished bridge across the little ravine. It's simple, it's straightforward, it's pretty nice. And I'm just gonna dig out this area. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so it can go to here. And this is where I want to build the housing district of this underground city. This partially exposed underground alpha city. I don't have a lot of dirt on me, and that sort of settles that question. But the plan for here would be to continue the grass and the cobblestone. And I think there's a very good chance, sorry, I meant the planks. I think there's a very good chance that I could... Do I want to use half slabs straight away? Sorry, do I want to go straight to the oak wood? Or do I want to do the same thing I did over here, which was run the oak logs all the way to the end. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, because it implies a certain amount of structure that isn't there otherwise. And even though it's false, it's something. And it certainly acts as a nice transition over here, much more so than over here where it goes straight into the mountain. I'm gonna have to address this tree at some point and get rid of it, because these vines are just gonna keep coming down, although it would be an interesting overlap between the different generations of the build, if you will. It's still just weird. Moving on from this, I should take a look at this and see what it looks like from up here. This is sort of the most important angle of this build, even if it doesn't really super matter. This is the segment of it that's going to be the most public and most seen. It's fine, I suppose. It gets the job done. I think it looks good here. I think I would need to figure out what it looks like from underneath. I don't really have a way to get to that. Outsider running down here. Yeah, I need to get meat to make more bread. Can you even see the bridge from down here? You can, but I'm like right underneath it. Like, what is the value in it if I can only see it from like directly underneath? It has no real impact, and it looks pretty good from down here actually. I don't think there's really an angle where I would see the edges where I previously talked about making an archway. I wouldn't be opposed to making the archway, I just don't think it necessarily has any intrinsic value to the build. Because structurally it looks fine. It's functional. And that is sort of the style we're going with here. Like, this is all very alpha, beta, early Minecraft levels of detail. And would I want to have an archway here? That is a good question. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. The next big question after this is, how do I want to carve this out? Because here you have this archway, and originally I was going to carve out this area to be the residential district. I could still try and do that, because if I was to carve this area out to be a wheat field like I had planned, of having a matching row of wheat fields, I would have just enough to bring me to this point of 9 blocks long from the edge. It brings me to here. You can't see beyond it anyway. And I would be able to have a bit of a sense of continuity through here. I could have it open up on the far end one side. I don't know, it's something to consider as time goes on, because since this is meant to be built during Alpha Minecraft, it does take a certain amount of inspiration from ancient civilizations like Egypt and Mesopotamia, where you have these little canals that feed out of the main waterway, yada yada yada. Yeah. I'm sure something I just said made sense to somebody. I know that this episode is just another one of me sorta waffling on other projects to do something that's sort of goofy. But I think this does add an interesting amount of detail to the world. It has the potential to be very interesting. So even if it seems goofy right now, it could hold a certain amount of value eventually. I actually need that. You can go up there, you can go in, you can go in. Three, four, six. So much diorite that I'm never going to use. Sticks. Apple. Okay, yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end it here. Planting trees, because that's where we started. Yeah, I know that this is sort of just a very chill, laid-back episode. Nothing crazy happened. We extended the pathing system in the alpha base. But it's certainly going to be interesting to... Oy vey. So sorry about that. Police sirens are going outside. That is so comforting at 12:02 in the morning. Yeah, I think it's gonna get really fun and interesting once we get out to like here with the underground city, because there is gonna be a little bit more vertical space to play with. Since it's predominantly based down at, well, that level. And if that's the level it's predominantly based at, and it's only a few blocks taller, going in this direction is going to be fun, since I want to build a residential area, and there's not necessarily a whole crazy amount of space to use. And part of the issue with this world is there's a lot of underground caves. There's a lot of waterlogged caves. It's kind of nuts. And I don't even know how to address that one, because it's like, do I need to go in and try to light those up to stop drowned from spawning? Like, I might need to eventually do that when I run out of other caves to go through. Simply because that would be the only way to improve the rates on the mob spawner at that point. Like, what are you gonna do? It's that's sort of what you need to do. Oh, hello. Okay. I can dig in your direction in the future. I can do a caving episode next week. Let's just take a quick look at the rates real quick before I end the video outright. Okay, it's nothing amazing, but it's something. Like, you have the occasional witch, you have zombies in here clearly. You get to build up some arrows, some bones, some gunpowder. Yeah, it's nothing amazing, but it is happening. It is doing its thing. We can let it run, let it collect. Eventually we'll have some amount of resources for TNT, and I think I'm well past having the bones for bone meal, but the arrows are really the nice bit to have at this point. Even though I don't do a lot of caving or mob fighting. Yeah. Oh, and isn't that nice? We're getting a nice little sunset. Oh, this is an angle we don't get very often. The sunset of the tree farm, when it's all saplings. That's cool. Okay, so I think I've rambled along enough. that is absolutely going to do it for this one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye bye. Bye bye.